All right, good evening Philadelphia Eagles fans, and good evening NFL fans to, what is it, week 11 or 12 or so of the 2025 football season. This week, the Birds are taking on the Cowboys in Texas, which is weird. All right, so we're gonna have a split because yes, I'm doing this at home. Had a fabulous weekend other places. Things are changing in my life. If you're part of this journey, I'm actually glad this is the last second video because my heart's changing a little bit. I'm always going to be a diehard Eagles fan. But I'm going to tell you what, there's two different parts to this video. One video is this. Let's dive in a little bit about Eagles stuff. There's all this AJ Brown stuff, all this drama against Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown's not happy with how vanilla our defense, our offense has been. Our defense has been lights out, holding the Packers and Lions to a total of 16 points in 2 weeks. That's wild. Jalen Phillips is coming over and making our defense look a whole lot better, which means that Dory Jackson has been better against the pass because our pass rush has been better. Lane Johnson is out for the next 4 to 6 weeks or so, so we have Fred Jackson in. Bigsby is always stepping up. It's a really good number 2 back behind Saquon Barkley. Barkley is starting to heat up a little bit. We'll see about that. Devontae Smith always produces. Dallas Goedert always produces. And Jalen Hurts obviously catching flack. Kevin Patullo does because he's running a vanilla offense. Sirianni is supposed to do something about it. Jalen Hurts catching flack, not being an elite passer, even though he has like the best overall passing stats, not necessarily yards, not necessarily touchdowns, but the dude's only thrown 1 interception the entire season, protects the football, and even with our offense not clicking, we're the number 1 seed right now in the NFC. That about sums all that stuff up, right? And everybody's at a level of has their thoughts and opinions about what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to step back just for a second. This video is going to be very short because I want to look at it like a bigger picture of where are we spending our time? What do we spend our time doing, talking about, pursuing? Now, even for entertainment factors, I love my Philadelphia Eagles because it just represents something to me. It always has and always will. But I'll be perfectly honest, I was not too happy about the pass interference call last week that went in our favor, because something seems off to me. And I don't like that. I'm a very honest person. I call it exactly like it is. And I'm starting to look at stuff more as entertainment as opposed to reality. I think the NFL is a business. If you're looking at the NFL as a business, what makes the most sense to them? Especially with this next year coming up, 250-year anniversary of this country, what better place to be celebrated than Philadelphia, which will then make the NFL company money. So it benefits the NFL to have Philadelphia be one of the top teams. For us to repeat as NFC East champs, that hasn't happened since like 2004. For there to be a controversy, per se, with their wide receiver like T.O. before, that gets us headlines, but for a guy like me, it doesn't cause for me to want to rush and read more articles. It actually makes me question where I'm spending my time. Because I'm an adult, I'm a man, and I don't like stuff that makes me feel like I'm in middle school. Look, you get paid millions of dollars to play a game. I don't care if you're frustrated or not with how many passes you get. Sure, could there be a better offense that could be played? Yeah, sure. In the grand scheme of things, sports are sports. You know, I'm a military veteran. Nobody's being celebrated like that. Yeah, they have Veterans Day, whatever. We're not getting paid millions of dollars, and nobody's checking up with us after we get back from deployment to see, like, oh, what are your thoughts on blah, 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 blah. So why does it matter what AJ Brown thinks, not thinks, whatever, what the genre is happening, not happening? None of that matters in the grand scheme of things. Ultimately, do I want to just be entertained? Yes. One of the few times I actually watch TV, I'm actually watching the Giants run with Detroit. But am I going to let that just pull me out of who I am? Nah. And look at it, see what it is. It's entertainment. There's other things that are going to be coming out on this channel that's going to have a little bit bigger impact, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time doing that. I'm going to do this video at home this week. Yeah, I'm going to be back out on North Broad Street next week when we play the Bears. But one thing you can always expect from me is just honesty and being genuine. I do want to give a shout out, definitely a couple shout outs. Desert Eagle, he says I always inspired him to do videos himself. So Desert Eagle, this is a shout out to you. Fred, Navy mentor, thanks for always being encouraging. This is a shout out to you. JD, thank you for being my Eagle brother. We'll say it that way. Very much so. This is a Cowboys game, so I'm going to say Texas Tony, regardless of the outcome of this game. I know it's a popular thing of everybody picking the Cowboys. Realistically, it doesn't matter either way. If you guys were to win, you're still just 500, sure. If you guys lose, we're like 1 or 2 weeks away from wrapping up the NFC East. Sure, is it something to argue and yell about? Not necessarily. In the grand scheme of things, nobody cares. I care more about just you and your family during holiday season and hoping all goes well with you guys, and looking forward to seeing you when I can to make good on my bet that I haven't yet. But Texas Tony, good luck today. We're always going to just talk trash because that's what we're going to do anyway. But, you know, I wish you no ill will, and you back with me. Yes, there's plenty of fun trash talking because we've recently won a couple of Super Bowls and you guys haven't sniffed one since the 90s. I don't know if you were alive during that or if you're still in diapers. Yeah, that's fun trash talking. But outside of that, man, I just wish you the best. And for all my Eagles fans, yeah, we want the Birds to win, want another Super Bowl, want another parade, want more fun, but I want to do my part to help build people instead. So use what you can. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the future. Look at all the different offense coordinators Jalen Hurts has had over his career. Not necessarily to give an excuse, but then relate with that a little bit with what you might have going on at work or in life or so, and trying to gain a level of stability and just doing your best, and how you choose to respond and open up to life as it may be. I'm going to finish up this video. It is what it is. Go Birds, as always, but keep life in perspective and just do the best of what you can with what you have. That's it. Go Birds.